Harry, it's going to be a big one. Both teams only coming in with just one loss. These are some of your top teams in the Cape Atlantic League. And I got to say, Wildwood Catholic may have the advantage in terms of their stars, but St. Joe's has quite a cast of their own as well.
Yeah, it's going to be it's a highly anticipated, match that we have here. St. Joe's really known for their football team. Last couple of years, they've, really put out some fine basketball, talent. Wildwood Catholic's been building this now for a few years, and, they're getting the fruits of their labors, that they've put in there. I'm expecting, a high anxiety out there for both players. First couple minutes, just getting used to what they're doing out there on the floor. You got Tage Threat and White for the Wildwood Catholic, and you got Marcellus Ross. They're the standout names that you hear most of the time, but I think this game's going to be a lot more dependent on some of the other role players.
Without a doubt, and one name we have to look out for tonight for Wildwood Catholic is Deshaun Lopez. He's a transfer from Middle Township. He's going to be a big-time player for them. Only a sophomore. He's finally eligible to play. He is making his debut tonight for the Crusaders after sitting out the mandated 30 days. And as you mentioned before, for St. Joe's, they have some stars of their own too. And one guy I have to keep my eye on tonight as well. It has to be Marcellus Ross. He is an absolute scorer. He can score from anywhere on the court. He's a facilitator. He's the do-it-all type of basketball player.
Yeah, he absolutely is. And he just makes everybody on that court better by all that he can do. He's just not a one-facet, player with just a score. He makes everybody, better by his passing ability. He can handle the ball. Very interested to see what type of defenses both teams come out with. We got a small gym here, packed like crazy. I think it's going to be a great game.
Stars on the floor for Wildwood Catholic. It's going to be Jaleel White, Taj Thweet, Jacob Hopping, Jake McGonigal, and, of course, Deshaun Lopez making his debut tonight. He is inserted into the starting five. Wildwood Catholic probably going to go down to their seven-man rotation now with the addition of Lopez for St. Joe's. It's going to be Alanis Urbanus, Corey Blackwell, Ian Brown, Marcellus Ross, and, of course, Malik Bailey. Those are your starting fives for both squads. As St. Joe's will come out in their all-white uniforms with the black trim and numbers. Wildwood Catholic coming in with their all-black uniforms with blue and white trim. Glad you're with us here tonight in the Wildcat gym here on the campus of St. Joseph. Crusaders will win the opening tip. They're going to go right to left. McGonigal losing it. He's guarded by Brown. Gets it back into Lopez along the right side near the bench. Lopez driving on right wing. He'll drive it himself. Hop step, puts one up, and got it to go. And it's an early 2-0 lead for Wildwood Catholic. Deshaun Lopez, his first basket as a member of the Crusaders.
A lot of pressure here being put on, by Wildwood Catholic in three-quarter court press.
Got a backcourt violation just like that. Ian Brown was double-teamed. St. Joe's will turn it over, and Wildwood Catholic will get the ball right back. 7:28 to play here in the first quarter.
He couldn't get out of that trap. He tried to get back, stepped into the backcourt, giving the ball back, to Wildwood Catholic.
Hopping inbounds it to Jaleel White. Wildwood Catholic going right to left. White crosses the timeline, guarded tightly by Blackwell. Dishes it over to Hopping along the right wing. Hopping over to Lopez now near the top of the key. Lopez, handoff over to Hopping. Hopping driving into the paint. Dishes it back out Lopez. Lopez, spin move over to Thweet. In the right corner, he'll drive into the paint. Lay one up off the glass, no good. Rebound there, McGonigal kicks it back out. Lopez, right wing, three, wants it. No good. And Thweet gets the loose ball, puts it off the glass. He is blocked, but a foul. And they're going to get Malik Bailey with the contact.
I'll tell you, a tough call there. Tough call on that one. Could have gone either way. I know Paul Rodeo Jr. is not smiling over there with that call, but, we're going to go to the line here for two shots.
And Harry, Rodeo already has the jacket off. Could be a wild night here at St. Joseph.
Yeah.
Taj Thweet.
Quickly.
First of two from the line. That one's off the front iron, no good. Much to the pleasure of the St. Joseph crowd. Rowdy inside this small gymnasium.
Oh, you're going to hear it all night.
Thweet.
And with the close proximity of everybody, it's going to get really loud.
Thweet's second is good, so it's 3-0 Wildwood Catholic with just a second under 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. St. Joseph going left to right. Here's Ian Brown after a cross-court pass over from Blackwell. Blackwell gets it back now right wing. Driving on McGonigal, drives baseline, double-teamed, dishes it back underneath to Ross. Ross puts one up, but he's blocked but fouled on the way up. And they're going to get Taj Thweet.
Yeah, Thweet got him with the body on that. If he stays on his feet, just goes straight up, he won't get that call. But, once you leave your feet, they're going to get you on that.
So Ross will go to the line for 2. 6:43 to play here, first quarter, 3-0 lead for Wildwood Catholic. Ross's first free throw is up and good. So Ross on the board first for the Wildcats. Here's his second now. Ross pauses, puts one up, and got it to go. And so he's 2 for 2 from the line, 3-2 now. Catholic out in front of St. Joe's. 6:40 to play here, first quarter. White with the ball now near the Wildwood Catholic bench. Dishes over to McGonigal. That's Hopping. Now McGonigal over to Deshaun Lopez, baseline. He'll drive, double team, puts one up, but he's blocked, gets his own ball back. Nice little pass to McGonigal, but it's picked away by Brown. But did he step out of bounds? Yes, he did.
Wildwood Catholic had a little trouble with that press that St. Joe's put on there. It got a shot off, but it really wasn't a good one. So both teams are trying to put pressure out in the front court here.
Crusaders will keep the ball. McGonigal to inbound it for Wildwood Catholic. Finds White underneath the hoop. Puts one up off the glass and got it to go. Jaleel White gets his first bucket of the night. 5-2 Wildwood Catholic. 6:20 to play in the first quarter. Blackwell up the right side. Cross-court pass. Has Urbanus. Urbanus will drive, and he puts one out. Draws contact. But it's going to be an offensive foul on Urbanus. How about Deshaun Lopez making a name for himself early on in this game? Scores a bucket and draws the contact. Catholic takes over with the ball.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the refs they're conferring over that, but that was definitely a charge there. No doubt about that on that call.
Jacob Hopping inbounds it to White. He'll get the ball back now, looking for someone to go. Full court press on for St. Joe's. McGonigal driving the lane, puts one up and got it to go. How about Jacob McGonigal after the quick pass? And no one there covered him. 7-2 Wildwood Catholic.
They beat that press, gave him a nice open look.
Here's Ian Brown along the right wing. Back over to Blackwell. Oh, now it's Urbanus near the top of the key. Back over to Blackwell, right wing. Ian Brown from the right corner wants a three. No good. Rebound there. Deshaun Lopez. Lopez up the floor now, right wing. But dish it back out to Jaleel White. Try to slow things down a little bit. Here's White guarded by Blackwell. Now McGonigal in the corner for Thweet. Wants the three. Got it to go. Taj Thweet from the left corner.
Can't leave him open. Cannot leave him open like that.
And a timeout on the floor from St. Joe's. And with that timeout, 10-2, Wildwood Catholic has opened it up with 5:26 remaining here in the first quarter. Harry, it has been all Wildwood Catholic so far.
Yeah, and St. Joe's is really flustered with the pressure that Wildwood Catholic is putting on them. They really haven't handled it well. Then when they press, Wildwood Catholic has gotten easy shots off it. You can tell by Wildcat how well coached they are. The ball never hits the floor on that press. And that's the way you break that, just by passing it. Worst thing you can do is put that ball on the floor, and they're not doing it.
So Paul Rodeo wanted a quick timeout for his Wildcats, trying to get things going. It was 3-2 at one point, but it's a 7-0 run so far for Wildwood Catholic. 5:26 remaining here in the first quarter. St. Joe's with the ball, and Ian Brown gets the inbound pass, and he'll take it up the floor for the Wildcats. Dish over to Blackwell. They still have not crossed the timeline just yet. They're going left to right. Now it's Blackwell. Still trying to cross the timeline. Get it over to Urbanus left wing. He'll hand it back over to Blackwell near the bench. His pass is going to be picked off underneath. Here's a coming White back the other way. Little reverse layup action. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it'll be in favor of St. Joe's.
St. Joe's is really struggling on offense to get anything going. The quickness and the trapping ability of Wildwood Catholic is really causing them a lot of headaches.
There's Blackwell now with the ball for St. Joe's. Get over to Urbanus near the bench. He's double teamed. And we got another whistle on the floor. Kickball violation. But St. Joe's will keep the ball. It'll be Blackwell to inbound it.
They are
4:47 remaining.
They're doubling everything, Nick, out there. Everything they're doubling in that half court.
Defensive game plan working so far for head coach Dave DeWeese of Wildwood Catholic. Here's Ross now for St. Joe's. Over to Urbanus, right wing. He'll drive. He's going to lay one up off the glass, but he's blocked away by Taj Thweet. Here comes White back up the floor. White fakes a move, puts one up, no good. Ball still up for grabs, and Jacob Hoppe got the ball back for Wildwood Catholic. They'll kick it back out to Lopez. He'll get over to McGonigal now, left wing. In the left corner for Thweet. Thweet takes a three, wants it. It is no good. Ball batted away, and Thweet comes back out with the ball. He'll hand it over to McGonigal now. Here's Hopping. Left wing three. Wants it. No good. Rebound Blackwell. St. Joe's come back up the floor. Urbanus now on along the left wing. Guarded by White. Back out to Blackwell. The play catch. Urbanus thought about a three. It fakes. He'll drive into the paint, kicks it back out to Brown. Brown, nice pass over to Blackwell, left wing. Wants a three. Got it. Corey Blackwell with the three-pointer. Breaks the 7-0 run. 10-5 now, under 4 to play, first quarter.
Boy, did they need that. Boy, they needed that.
Here comes White back up the floor. Wants a one-handed slam. No good, but he is fouled on the way up. Boy, Jaleel White was about to bring the hoop down there, Harry.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, had Malik Bailey wanted to take that charge, if he had just stepped in there, he would have taken it because he was out of control there going in for the dunk. But he decided to get out of the way and didn't want to take that charge.
Jaleel White had some air underneath that jump. His first free throw from the line is no good. Got substitutions coming on for both sides. Deshaun Lopez will come out. Ben Church coming in. And for St. Joe's, got Keyshawn Griffin coming in. And looks like Malik Bailey will take a seat. Jaleel White's second from the line is up, and it'll rattle around. It'll go in. 11-5 now, Wildwood Catholic. 3:48 to play, first quarter. This is Blackwell now along the bench. Salt across the timeline. His pass is picked away by Church. Church finds White all alone. Here comes Jaleel White. Puts one up, but he's fouled really hard underneath the hoop, and he is down. He is hurt. Blackwell with the foul, and Jaleel White is hurt. He is still down. He was pointing at his shoulder. He tried to go for a two-handed slam, and Blackwell brought him down real hard, but he is up. He is all right.
Yeah, good. Actually, it was Griffin that got him on that.
Excuse me, Griffin, yes.
Yeah, Griffin
right.
got in that, and he took him down like they were playing football here, but it's a basketball game.
So White shakes it off. Seems to be all right.
Tell you what, when you go that high up in the air, somebody hits you, you could really get hurt.
Refs were conferencing, probably discussing whether that be a flagrant foul. Did not seem too flagrant. So
no, he went up. He blocked him. He got him for the foul, but he wouldn't let him score.
So White will go back to the line for two with 3:38 to play here, first quarter. First free throw is down and good. 12-5, Wildwood Catholic. Aside from that three-pointer just before for St. Joe's, it has been all Wildwood Catholic so far in this game. Second free throw is up and no good. Picked away by Urbanus. Ball loose now, but St. Joe's will keep the ball. Here's Blackwell. Cross-court pass finds Keyshawn Griffin, and now it's Urbanus. They'll hand it back over to Blackwell as they cross the timeline. Blackwell over to Ian Brown, left wing. Now Urbanus in the corner. Urbanus turned around, gets back over to Ross. Ross along the left wing, guarded by Hopping. They'll back up now, 3:21 to play first quarter, 12-5 Wildwood Catholic. Ross dishes it over to Urbanus along the baseline. Urbanus driving, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. They're going to get Ben Church. So another foul for the Crusaders. Blackwell to inbound it now for St. Joe's. Get over left wing corner for Ross, and he got it for three. How about Marcellus Ross? Off the inbound pass, had a man in his face and drilled it. 12-8 now. Here's McGonigal. Long pass, finds Hopping right wing. In the corner now for Ben Church. Church in the right corner, gets back over to McGonigal. Looking for somewhere to go with it, finds Hopping. Now Jaleel White left wing. White drives baseline, lays one up, but no good. No foul on the floor. Now we're going to get a whistle. And we're going to get it on Jake McGonigal. Reach-in foul on Blackwell.
Yeah, they're letting them play a little bit here. As long as nobody's getting a distinct advantage, what they're doing. They're letting them bang a little bit, going up for the rebounds. But I'll tell you what, you don't want to give Ross that open three like that on the inbound. He's not happy. Wildwood coach over there, Wildwood Catholic, Dave's not happy.
Marcellus Ross will make you pay. Here is Ian Brown crossing the timeline. For St. Joe's, they're going left to right. They trail 12-8. 2.5 to play first quarter. Urbanus now. Back over to Brown. Kicks it over. Blackwell right corner. Tries to drive. Steps back. Back over underneath the Brown. Ball picked away. Jaleel White now. Here's Jacob Hopping taking it himself. Puts one up the glass and got it to go for Jacob Hopping. 14-8 now, Wildwood Catholic. St. Joe's moving fast here. Here's Urbanus taking it himself. Puts one up. Blocked away by Thwee. But here's the putback attempt. No good. And we have a scramble for the ball and some contact as Blackwell tried to put it back up. Could not get it to go. And we're going to get a foul on St. Joe's as McGonigal hit the floor hard.
Yeah, that's on Urbanus there, and that's his second, too. So you got Bailey and you got Varonis, both with two fouls there.
Some subs coming on for both sides. McGonigal will take a seat, and Dave Sarfati will check in for Wildwood Catholic, while Blackwell will take a seat for St. Joe's, and in comes Jordan Stafford. Stafford, the sophomore guard, Plays a lot of minutes for the Wildcats. Here's Zarfati now taking up the floor. Stops, back over to Ben Church from the free throw line, no good, and that ball is corralled by Stafford. Stafford up the floor, Ross, right wing, fakes, puts one up from a long two, rattles around, no good, rebounds Zarfati, but the ball is picked away. Brown puts one up now for St. Joe's, and he got it to go. 14-10 now your score. Wildwood Catholic out in front still with under 2 minutes to play here first quarter. Here's White now. White driving himself, takes it all alone, but misses it, but we have a whistle on the floor.
Yeah, that lane was wide open for him, on that. You got a guy on White, the way he penetrates like that, he can beat one man. You've got to have somebody come in to help a little bit on that, step in front of him and take the charge.
So White will go to the line. I believe they're going to nail Marcellus Ross for that foul.
Yeah, it's tough up here because they don't have they don't put the numbers up. So if the ref does it too quick, you don't see who, especially with over there where that's where their scoreboard is.
Already 6 fouls for the team for St. Joe's. And we have another stoppage. I believe we might have a timeout here. There's some discussion as the entire Wildwood Catholic starting 5 goes back over to the bench area.
Yeah, Paul Rodeo Jr. is just, it's officials timeout. I don't know what the reason is, why they called the official timeout, but they got it.
No, we will get an official timeout. 1:33 to play here first quarter. Wildwood Catholic up 14-10. They had a 10-2 lead at one point, and since then, St. Joe's has outscored them 8-4.
Yeah, St. Joe's has got a little bit more relaxed, on the offensive end down there, and what Wildwood, Catholic has stopped doing, they actually stopped pressing, stopped doubling a little bit there, especially when they're looking to get Ross isolated there, somewhere on the baseline, where he can pull that trigger real quickly and, get another 3 like he got off the inbounds play.
So here is White now. He'll go to the line for 2. So Wildwood Catholic looks to push their lead up to as much as 6 now on this trip. That one goes down. Jaleel White nails another one from the charity stripe. 15-10 now, Crusaders. Deshaun Lopez does check back in for Wildwood Catholic. As we mentioned before, White second from the free throw line and good. 16-10, Wildwood Catholic, 1:33 to play first quarter. Ian Brown take up the floor now for St. Joe's.
Back to the full court pressure now.
Here's Marcellus Ross. He's double teamed. Did he step out of bounds? No, they're going to get Deshaun Lopez with a foul. And he is unhappy about that one. I don't really see too much contact right there, Harry.
Well, you know what? With the confines of this gym here, even if you get a little body on somebody, you're going to push them out of bounds. So the ref's got to call that, even though if you were on a bigger court and there was some room, you might not call that one. But the way this court is, constructed and the smallness of it and everything, you got to call that.
Stafford to inbound it for St. Joe's. Waiting the resumption on. We're waiting on to resume play. A substitution coming on for St. Joe's. Yeah. As Jason Prevard, the freshman, will check in, and Alanis Urbanis will check out. So Prevard getting his first action of the night. Stafford inbound it. Here's Ross. Double team in the right corner. Gets over to Griffin. Now back out to Stafford. Stafford along the top of the key. Gets over to Brown near the left wing. Brown in the corner. Prevard underneath to Griffin. Straight on 3. This is Stafford. No good. Rebound there by Griffin. Back out to Brown. Thought about a 3. He'll drive now. Step back over to Stafford. Now back out to Brown. Now Griffin again. They'll swing it around. This is Prevard. Now Marcellus Ross on left wing. Back out to Prevard. Straight on 3. He wants it. No good. Rebound there. No, not corralled by Taj Sweet, but Jaleel White will clean up the mess there. 48 seconds to play first quarter. White up the floor. Splitting through a double team, and we're going to wave off the basket here.
Yeah.
But it will be a foul on the floor on St. Joe's. Jaleel White earning his trips to the charity stripe.
Yeah, absolutely.
St. Joe's in the bonus now with their 7th team foul of the quarter.
Yeah, of the quarter. We're not talking about a half here where you usually get into that, maybe in the second quarter. But right now they got to be careful.
So Jaleel White will shoot the 1-and-1 here with 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Free throws up and good.
I'm trying to think in my head what I would do if I'm Paul Rodeo Jr. with this pressure they're having. They just got to whip the ball around because Wildwood Catholic closes so well on your shooters.
Second free throw is no good, and St. Joe's taking it back up the floor. Here's Marcellus Ross coming up the other way. He is blocked by Taj Thweet. And Catholic will get the ball back. Taj Thweet. Don't try to score on him underneath the basket. He's coming for you.
No way.
Deshaun Lopez now with the ball for Catholic near the top of the key, guarded by Brown. Lopez driving, spin move to the hoop, puts one up, got it to go, Deshaun Lopez. Boy, he's impressive.
Yeah,
and
a lot of dribbling there, but, he finally got past a nice spin move that he took there to get rid of his defender.
19-10, Wildwood Catholic. Ross back out to Stafford, kicks out to Griffin, now Brown. There's Brevard underneath to Ross. Ross driving the paint, blocked away by Thweet again. Ball will trickle out of bounds, but St. Joe's will keep possession. Taj Thweet, I believe that's now three blocks.
You know what he's telling you? Don't come in here. This is my house underneath here, and you're not allowed in, all right? Because I'm going to kick you out.
Ian Brown at the buzzer, no good from the right corner. He wanted the three, so at the end of one, it is 19-10. Wildwood Catholic over St. Joe's.
They're in a one-on-one situation, which is really early.
Some sloppy play by St. Joe's early on. Lots of fouls. Here's Stafford now. They'll dish it over, and that ball is picked away by Hopping. Picked up by McGonigal now. Wildwood Catholic still going right to left. Hopping now in the left corner. Dish it back out to White. Now over to McGonigal. McGonigal looking for somewhere to go with it. Small on the top of the key. Back out to Lopez in the right wing. Now over to Hopping in right wing. Underneath, here's Jaleel White. White back down, double team, puts one on the floor. Loose ball, and Lopez ended up with the ball. We're going to get a jump ball, and Wildwood Catholic will keep
Griffin's
possession.
got a nice block there, underneath to deny him that. Now they're going to get the ball back, but the next possession will go to St. Joe's.
And St. Joe's has fouled so much in this game so far. Lopez went to the line. He thought he was shooting free throws. In the left corner, here's Taj Thweet. Cross-court pass, Hopping. Thought about a three. He'll fake it. Drive. Here's a long two from the right wing. No good. And ball kicked around. Picked up by Urbanus of St. Joe's. Up the floor now, Ian Brown, left wing. Brown dribbles around, gets it over to Stafford. Stafford now to Urbanus, right wing. Ball picked away now by Taj Thweet. Thweet now fouled by Griffin as Taj Thweet was getting ready to bring down the house.
I'll tell you what, that was a terrible pass right into the passing lane. Thweet just, walked in there and took it off, and it was off to the races. Fortunately, I'm not sure who that foul was on. You got that one, Nick?
I missed that. I missed that one. I was anticipating Thweet's dunk there.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of these fouls a little bit here, but missed that one.
Marcellus Ross checks back in for St. Joe's as Ian Brown takes a seat for the first time tonight. Thweet to the line for the 1-and-1. 18 fouls on St. Joe's. First one is up and no good, and Ross will get the rebound. 7:02 to play in the first half. Ross up the floor, and now he's going to get fouled by Jaleel White. A lot of contact in this first half.
Yeah, you can tell, Dave's he's not happy with that. That was just a reach in right in front of the ref. Really had no position to grab the steal on that. Not a smart foul. 5
team fouls for Wildwood Catholic. Here's Marcellus Ross now near the bench area. Try to drive around a screen, top of the key, straight on three, wants it, got it to go. Marcellus Ross cuts the lead to 6, 19-13. Wildwood Catholic out in front with 6:43 to play here in the first half.
Got a nice screen there to get that open look at the basket. That's something they'll have to work on, to get him in there.
Here's McGonigal near the half-court line, finds Hopping. Cross-court pass to Lopez. He thought about a long three. He'll get it back over to McGonigal, now guarded by Stafford. Now it's Lopez again. They'll play catch here. Wildwood Catholic trying to set up the offense. Here's Hopping, right wing, fakes, drives to the top of the key. Now over to White. White will drive inside, put one up for two. Got it to go. Jaleel White extends the lead, 21-13 for Wildwood Catholic. Here's Stafford up the floor, cross-court move. Here comes Stafford off the glass, no good. Put back by Ross, got it to go in the foul.
See a little change here by St. Joe's. They're going to a 2-3 there. They're tired of guys running down the middle. They're trying to dunk on them. So what they're doing is trying to pack it in a little bit there. Nice shot by Ross. I'll tell you, he's a player.
That he is. What an athlete. He'll go to the line to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. 6:07 to play in the first half, 21-15 Wildwood Catholic. And now you can make it 21-16 with the made free throw. Substitution on for Wildwood Catholic. Ben Church coming in. And Deshaun Lopez will check out.
He's got 11 of the 16, Ross.
Think he's their best player there, Harry?
Maybe.
Here's McGonigal now up the floor. Now Ben Church driving all alone. Back out to McGonigal. McGonigal lost the ball, somehow got it back, and now kicking back out to Hopping. Left wing three, wants it. Off the mark, rebounder Urbanus.
That 2-3 zone is helping with that rebound in there, too.
Blackwell over to Griffin. Underneath to Stafford. Stafford will dribble it back out. 5:45 to play first half. Marcellus Ross now. Top of the key, guarded by Hopping. Got a screen. Ross for another three. Way off the mark and out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, that's what your offense is going to be predicated on now, getting him open, setting a screen with him, letting him dribble around. A little bit like J.J. Redick.
Just a little bit. Here's McGonigal now up the right side. Over to Taj Sweet, driving baseline, puts one up. The floater, no good. Rebound by Blackwell.
Not a good shot. Not a good shot.
Stafford comes back the other way, draws contact. We're going to get a foul, and it'll be a blocking foul on McGonigal.
Yeah, he tried to, did a good acting job on that. Jake did. He really did.
Make that the 7th team foul on Wildwood Catholic. So now St. Joe's goes to the bonus, and they'll get the 1-and-1.
We're shooting here from now on.
I don't even think Blackwell knew he was shooting free throws. Jacob Hopping from the other team on Wildwood Catholic had to tell him, hey, you're shooting 1-and-1 here, bud.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. The refs are having a lot of conferences this game. A lot of, with 3 refs out there, we think they'd be a little bit more together. But, hey, as long as you get it right, I'm happy.
Yeah, but I'm sure what they're discussing here, it's clearly a 1-and-1 for Corey Blackwell. And now they're going to send Jordan Stafford to the line here for 1-and-1. Not really sure what that was all about, but
Nope.
with 5:31 to play, Stafford's first free throw is no good. And Thweet thought he had it, but it's poked away by Ross. It goes out of bounds, but Wildwood Catholic will keep the ball here as Jacob Hopping will inbound it to Jaleel White.
All right, got a little 2-2-1 here.
McGonigal right side, back over to White, have to cross the timeline. Nice pass over to McGonigal near the bench. McGonigal back over to White, top of the key, now Hopping left wing. White now, directing traffic. Here's McGonigal near the free throw line. Hey, I don't know where he was going with the ball. It's picked away by Urbanus. Now Ross. Underneath, and that ball is picked away by White. A little behind the back move. Here comes Jaleel White up the floor. Fakes, puts one up. No good. Put back there by White. Got his own ball, but it is eventually put back in by Hopping, and it's now 23-16. Whistle on the floor, get an offensive foul, and Wildwood Catholic gets the ball back.
Turned it over there. Said he traveled. Turned it over. Rodeo's not real happy about that one.
Hopping to inbound it. Here's McGonigal. Now Jaleel White. White crosses the timeline. Directing traffic. He's guarded by Ross. White spins. Has to pass it. Gets over to Thweet. Now Hopping in the corner. Hopping lost the ball going out of bounds. But Wildwood Catholic will keep the ball. McGonigal to inbound it. 23-16, Wildwood Catholic, 4.5 to play in the first half. Here's Hopping in the corner. Pass to Thweet, and we're going to get a foul.
Yeah, we're going to get a foul on Griffin there. Little push behind the back.
Crowd doesn't like it, but we'll shoot Thweet will shoot 1-and-1 here.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly what you'd call a hard foul there.
Here's Thweet, first one from the line is off the back iron, no good. Rebound Griffin, and St. Joe's has the ball with Ross. He'll cross the timeline, get over to Brown, right wing as he's checked back in the game. Brown over to Griffin, guarded by White. Loose ball, and it's picked away by Jaleel White. White over to Thweet. Thweet is mugged, absolutely mugged by Corey Blackwell, but they share some laughs there, as I think Corey Blackwell's momentum took him into him. And he actually tried to hold him up there without tackling him.
Yeah, he tried to hold him up there. He really wasn't trying to throw him to the floor. He just lost his balance a little bit, Well,
with that foul, Harry, it's now the double bonus time for Wildwood Catholic as Taj Thweet will shoot 2 from the line. First one up and no good. And we're going to get
he gets 2.
Looks like a violation there as Urbanus went early.
Yeah.
But we'll just shoot. But Taj Thweet will.
But he gets 2 shots anyway, so, anybody that's breaking in there, he gets another one no matter what. He's only getting 1 more.
Griffin checks out. Malik Bailey back in. We haven't called his name much tonight. Here's Thweet second from the line. Got it to go. 24-16 Wildwood Catholic. 8-point lead. 4:12 to play first half. Here's Ian Brown now. Brown to Urbanus. Right wing, back over to Brown. Brown dribbles it out over to Blackwell. Blackwell lost the ball, poked away, and it's picked up by White. White over to Thweet. Thweet underneath, dribbles, backs man down the post. Got to go in the foul as Bailey will get called for that one. Taj Thweet, tough to back him down in the post.
That's 3 on Bailey, though, so he's going to have to take a seat.
Malik Bailey in very early foul trouble. 2 more and he's out of the game, and we're not even at the end of the first half yet. So Taj Thweet can convert the 3-point play here. Wildwood Catholic, their largest lead of the game here at 10. And that free throw is no good, and ball is loose up for grabs, picked away by Blackwell. Brown the other way. Ball poked away by McGonigal. Catholic back up the other way. Over to Church. Now Thweet driving baseline, and we're going to get a travel. Taj Thweet walked. With 3:44 remaining here in the first half, Wildwood Catholic has a 26-16 lead.
Got a little bit excited when he saw the open baseline there and shuffled those feet just a little.
We know that's dunk territory for him. Here's
Brown.
Here's Ian Brown over to Stafford. Stafford driving for St. Joe's, puts one up, blocked away by Taj Thweet.
The one thing that's happening there is you can beat that press and you can get in there, but you got Thweet back there waiting, just waiting for you to put the ball up in the air so you can swat it away.
I mean, Taj Thweet stands at 6'7", and I would assume that wingspan's about 7 feet. Inbound pass to Bonds, puts one up, and they're going to wave this basket off.
Well, that's a tough break for St. Joe's there. Thweet went for the steal by that and missed one, took him out of the middle, and gave them an open shot there, which they made, but called a foul prior to that.
Dave Sarvati going to check back in for Wildwood Catholic as Ben Church took a seat. So definitely helps out with a 7-man rotation now for Dave DeWeese and company. As before Lopez was eligible, they were only using 6 guys. Urbanus' free throw bounces in and out and rebounded there by Thweet. White back up the floor for Catholic. 3:25 to play first half. Crusaders have a 10-point lead over St. Joe's. White taking himself and wave this basket off. We're going to get a defensive foul there. And I think we're going to call it on Marcellus Ross.
That's a tough call. That's another tough call there, But a lot of standing around by St. Joe's. You got to get those feet moving. You can't expect to cover a guy, like White without moving your feet.
2 free throws for Jalil White. First one is up and good. 27-16, 3:19 to play here in the first half. Just a heads up for you folks. We'll take a break at halftime. Lasts about 10 minutes, and as we know, high school basketball does fly by.
Definitely with these 2 teams.
Could take a little longer with all the fouling. Jalil White's second free throw is no good, and rebounded by Urbanus. He'll cross the timeline. Urbanus taking it himself. Steps up, puts one up off the glass. Could not get it to go, and we're going to get another foul on the floor.
See where this one's going to go.
It's going to be on Wildwood Catholic. And looks like they are going to, it looks like Taj Thweet they're calling on.
It was either 23 or like 32.
I would say it's Taj Thweet then. So Urbanus will go to the line for 1 and 1.
That's his second. Thweet.
Excuse me, they're going to get that foul on Ben Church as he actually does take a seat. And McGonigal's already back in for him. Urbanus, first one of the 1 and 1 is good. 27-17, 3:10 to play first half. Urbanus misses that one, but we have a whistle.
Wouldn't have counted anyway. In too early.
Well, St. Joe's went a little early, so don't count that basket at all. 27-17. Wildwood Catholic out in front by 10, their largest lead of the night. Excuse me, largest lead of the night was 11. Here's Zarfati now, left wing, double team, over to Hopping in the left corner. Hopping, looking for somewhere to go if they find Zarfati. Zarfati back out to Hopping. Hopping with this over to McGonigal. McGonigal back over to Hopping, top of the key. Guarded by Ross. Pass is picked off. I don't know where he was going with that one. Here comes Stafford the other way. Now it's Marcellus Ross. Puts it up off the glass, and in it goes. 27-19 now.
They're not going away, St. Joe's. They're not quitting.
They're hanging around. 19 total fouls in this first half. Sloppy from both teams. Here's Zarfati. Right corner for Hopping. Fakes. Drives baseline. Tries to put a reverse layup up, but it's no good. But we're going to get a foul on St. Joe's. So Hopping's going to go back to the line for 2.
Looks like 22.
Now beyond Urbanus.
That's his third.
It's the 6'8" junior in a bit of some foul trouble. But I don't see a sub coming on from Paul Rodeo's crew.
I don't think they called it on the right guy.
And they are confirming it is on Urbanus, the one official. As you mentioned, Harry, that's going to be his third.
Yeah,
early
that
foul
hurts.
trouble for these two teams.
Hurts.
Hopping's first free throw is in and out, no good.
The thing is that Wildwood Catholic goes a little bit deeper, than St. Joe's does. And, that'll be a factor, in the outcome of this game, especially with everybody in foul trouble.
Hopping's second from the line is good. Almost didn't get the lucky bounce. Here's Brown now back over to Ross.
It's what we call the shooter's roll.
Blackwell, cross-court pass, finds Ian Brown right wing. Underneath to Ross, puts it up off the glass. No good. Put back by Urbanus. Could not go, and picked away by Jaleel White.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker there.
White up the floor, puts a double T, puts one up, and got it to go, and the foul. Jaleel White, tough to deny him. 30-19 Wildwood Catholic. They can make this their largest lead of the night with this impending free throw.
That's on Blackwell. That's his third.
He's got a couple guys with 3 fouls already for St. Joe's, as they're well over 10. Free throw is good, so the three-point play is good. Jaleel White makes the lead 12 for Wildwood Catholic with 2:02 to play first half. Jordan Stafford all alone in the right corner. Cross-court pass for Urbanus. Urbanus driving baseline, double team. Reverse layup, could not get it to go. Put back by Ross is no good, but another foul on the floor.
That might be on Threet.
And you got Taj Thweet again. Another foul on him, so that's Wildwood Catholic's 10. So now St. Joe's in the double bonus as well, but Ross will go to the line for 2 regardless on the shooting foul.
You definitely have a foul fest going on here.
That we do. A lot of whistles in this first half. Ross's free throws up and no good.
Gosh, what a great shooter from the outside. You got to make those foul shots, especially when you're down. Get your team back in that game.
It's the biggest spread of the night. 12 points. Catholic is still out in front. They've led all night. Here's Ross's second from the charity stripe on the way and good. 31-20. Here's White. His pass is picked away by Stafford off the four-court press. Stafford coming around. They're going to wave this basket off. We're going to get a foul on the floor again.
Yeah.
And they're going to get this on Hopping.
Absolutely. Reaching. It's a reaching foul. Just play the guy when you got a lead like that.
Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy all night long from both sides. McGonagall going to check back in for Wildwood Catholic as well. As Stafford's first free throw is on the way and good, 31-21. So Dave Zarfati will check out. McGonagall back in. Have not seen Deshaun Lopez in a little while. Stafford's second is also good, 31-22. As St. Joe's cuts the lead back down to 9. Here's White now off the inbound pass. The long pass finds Ben Church. Now Taj Sweet goes around one man, puts it up off the glass. No good. Got his own rebound. Blocked away. And we got another foul on the floor.
Let's see who we got here. It looks like 11.
We're going to get Blackwell.
That's his fourth.
So Blackwell.
Unless I've got it wrong here, I got him for 4.
Blackwell looks like he's going to check out as Taj Sweet's first from the line is no good, way off the mark.
Didn't even hit the rim on that one.
We have some whistles as Taj Sweet took a practice shot right after that.
You don't. I'll tell you what, you could call a T on that if you wanted to.
And he immediately pointed himself, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, they gave him a little warning there, but could have teed him up very easily for that.
So Blackwell checks out, and Brevard is back in for St. Joe's. Taj Sweet's second is good, 32-22. Thweet will hit the bench. Ian Brown over to Stafford now. Stafford up the right side, right wing. Now it's Pavard. Ball batted, but picked away by Ross. Ross back underneath to Pavard. Pavard double team. Looking for someone to go, and possession ruled in favor of Wildwood Catholic.
Yeah,
double dribble.
They're going to call a double dribble. He's saying that they got me, but, now what we're doing with a couple fouls, we're going offense-defense here for the last minute and 20 seconds.
Threet does check back right in, as you mentioned, Harry. Offense-defense here. Here's McGonigal. Trying to get off Brown, trying to cross the timeline. 1:20 to play first half. Catholic up by 10. Kicks it back out. Church fakes. Now underneath to Thweet. Thweet driving inside. Lost the ball. Picked back up by Hopping. Hopping now loses the ball.
Oh.
And we're going to get another foul.
Oh, man. I'm sorry for saying that, but, man, that's what I'd be saying if I were out there coaching. Trust me.
They're going to get Marcellus Ross with that one.
That looks like his third.
Everybody's in foul trouble tonight, and both coaches might have to empty the benches here. Hopping to the line to shoot his 2. 1:11 to play here in the first half. Hopping's first free throw on the way and good. Some offensive, defensive substitutions here for Wildwood Catholic. 33-22. Hopping to shoot his second from the charity stripe. On the way. No good. Here's Ian Brown. Over to Pavard. Pavard fakes, now has to pass it off. Gets over to Ian Brown. Back over to Pavard. Now Brown again. Near the timeline. Here's Urbanus. Guarded tightly by White. Now Brown near the top of the key. Brown fakes, driving. Right corner for Pavard. Pavard driving in. Floaters knocked away, but he gets his own ball back, puts it up, and got it to go. 33-24, 40 seconds to play. Here's White. White taking his time, guarded by Pavard. He'll take up and cross the timeline. White, isolation ball, picked away by Pavard. Pavard back the other way, puts one up off the glass, no good, but a foul.
I think he was just intimidated by White running right behind him, figuring he was going to get capped, but, he didn't. That's that's a missed opportunity there.
So 2 free throws coming up for St. Joe's as the offensive defensive substitutions are coming back in. Todd Thweet and McGonigal will check back in.
Need to make these.
Pavard to shoot 2. On the way, no good. Thweet and McGonigal back in. .26 seconds to play in this long first half as we've had well over 20 fouls.
I'll tell you what, to only be down by 9 right now, you got to make these foul shots, close the gap.
Pavard's second from the line is up and good. 33-25, another sub coming on for Wildwood Catholic. Deshaun Lopez checks back in the game for the first time in a while. Church will hit the bench. Hopping to inbound with 26 seconds to go. Here's Lopez across the court, taking himself off the glass. No good. Rebound, Thweet puts it up. Could not get it to go. Got his own rebound, puts it back up again. Could not get it to go. And stolen away by Urbanus. Now Ross the other way. Ross will take it himself off the glass. Got it to go. Marcellus Ross. 33-23. Long pass to Todd Thweet. Thweet corrals it over to White. White puts it up. No good. Rebound Urbanus. Now Pavard over to Brown. Brown, long 3 at the buzzer. No good. So a flurry to end the half there for St. Joe's. And St. Joe's will go right to left. They'll start the second half with the ball down 6 as Ian Brown's going to inbound it for the Wildcats. Thank goodness the fouls were reset, so we'll see if we have less sloppiness in the second half.
Yeah, we're starting out with 0. Let's see how quickly it climbs. Hopefully not too quick, especially for St. Joe's.
This will be Stafford now for the Wildcats, so it's across the timeline. Going against McGonigal, now it's Marcellus Ross, right wing. Ross driving into the paint, kicks it out Stafford. Stafford thought about a 3. Go kick it back out to Brown. Brown moving around. Along the right wing, back out to Stafford. Stafford almost lost the ball, gets over to Ross, top of the key. Ross guarded by Thweet. He'll drive to the left. Back out to Urbanus. Urbanus driving into the paint, lays one up, and got it to go with the right hand. Nice job there by Linus Urbanus. 33-30 is your score now. Catholic's lead cut down to 3. Here's Jaleel White Along the right wing for the Crusaders now Deshaun Lopez. Double team along the baseline. Pass out to Thweet. Thweet dribbles once, puts one up, got the roll, and it's 35-29. Excuse me, the score change. 35-29 your score. Catholic out in front. Here's Griffin now for the Wildcats. Griffin back out to Brown. Brown actually shed the T-shirt, so now he's going sleeveless in this half. How about that? Brown now right wing, back over to Griffin. Griffin near the bench, back over to Brown. Cross-court pass Stafford. Now it's Urbanus left wing. Urbanus dribbles, spins, now over to Stafford. Back out to Brown. Brown right wing three, wants it, and is off the mark. Rebound there by Lopez, but he's knocked out of bounds. And they're going to rule that a foul on St. Joe's. And I believe they're going to get Ross for that foul.
That could be his third or his fourth. I'm not sure. One or the other.
Here's White over to McGonigal. McGonigal trying to cross the timeline, get it back over to White. They'll play catch. McGonigal with it. Right corner for Taj Thweet. Underneath McGonigal. Nice pass, and he gets the lay-in.
The old give-and-go play there. You know, hit it in the corner, cut down to the lane, get the deuce.
8-point lead for Wildwood Catholic, 37-29. Here's Griffin in the paint. Back out to Urbanus left wing. Urbanus dribbling. Hands it off to Stafford now. Over to Brown, top of the key. Stafford with the ball. Drives over to Urbanus. Left corner three. He wants it way off the mark, and Thweet brings it down. Here is McGonigal.
That was so high it could have brought rain, let me tell you. He really got that up there.
Here's Lopez, cross-court pass, gets it over to Jaleel White. Now McGonigal, no reset here on offense. 6:07 to play in the third quarter. Catholic up by 8. Thweet over to White. Back over to McGonigal near the top of the key.
They're in no hurry.
Lopez right corner now. He'll dribble to his left, get it over to Jaleel White. Back to McGonigal. McGonigal driving into the paint, kicks it back out. Lopez, right corner three. He wants it. No good. Rebound there by Ian Brown. Now it's Ross. Ross underneath. Stafford puts it up with the glass and got it to go. Little give and go there too, Harry. And it's now 37-31 and a quick timeout there from head coach Dave DeWeese. Wildwood Catholic wants to talk things over.
Yeah, he doesn't like that one at all, let me tell you. Anata Wine Bar. Old World Tuscany meets Main Street USA at Antata Wine Bar right on the center of downtown Hammonton. Their custom-built wine bar says it all, providing each guest with a look, feel, and taste of Old World Italian tradition. Anata's premier wine list is comprised of over 125 carefully chosen vintages, each available by the glass or the bottle. Enjoy lunch, dinner, and live music. Anita Wine Bar is perfect for private parties. Eat, drink, and be merry with them. The Anita Wine Bar, 216 Bellevue Avenue in the heart of Hammonton. Phone 609-704-9797 for reservations or to book your next event.
Here's Jaleel White resume play with 5.5 to play third quarter. Now it's Hopping near the bench on the left side of the court. Hopping double team now. Hopping dribbling around near the timeline. His pass is picked off by Ross. Ross come back the other way, driving on Lopez, lost the ball, and Lopez will pick it away. Now it's Taj Thweet driving baseline, puts one up off the glass and got it to go. Wanted to slam, but smartly went to the lay in. 39-31, Wildwood Catholic. Here's Urbanus, top of the key, over to Blackwell. Blackwell in the corner, Stafford for three. No good. Rebound there by White.
Need to knock down a couple of them to get back in the game.
Hopping over to Deshaun Lopez, dribbles around, puts one up off the glass. No good, but he's fouled. You see, you're going to get this on. He split a double team there. And they're going to get that one on Keyshawn Griffin.
He's only got 2. He's one of the few that only has 2.
It's already 2 fouls in this half for St. Joe's. Less fouling so far. Here's Lopez now at the line. First one on the way as he's shooting 2. Did not get the roll, and it's still 39-31. Malik Bailey checks back in for St. Joe's as Keyshawn Griffin takes a seat. Bailey, I believe, has 4 fouls tonight, Harry.
Yes, he does.
So he's got to be careful. One of their better big men. One more foul, and he's out of the game. He's not played too much tonight. Lopez's second free throw from the line, off the front iron, no good. Rebound there by Ross. Under 5 to play, third quarter. Ross double-teamed here as he tries to cross the timeline. Gets over to Stafford. Stafford driving into the paint. Steps back, gets it out to Blackwell. Blackwell drives baseline. Reverse lay-in, puts it up, no good. As Bailey gets the putback and he gets it in to go. 39-33.
That's what you missed from Bailey there. Rebounding, putbacks.
McGonigal, long pass over to White. He wants the three. Got it to go from the right corner. Jaleel White, 42-33. Wildwood Catholic up by 9. That pass stolen away, behind the back pass. What a move by Hopping. And now the one-handed slam there by Jaleel White. How about that? Hopping picked it away, saved it from going out of bounds from behind the back, and he found White, who slammed it in for an easy 2 points. Urbanus now over to Blackwell. Left corner again for Urbanus. Drives baseline. Gets around. Reverse lay-in. No good. Ball up for grabs. Scramble for it. Out of bounds it goes. And St. Joe's will keep the ball.
Tell you what, they got a couple low open looks there, St. Joe's. If they can knock them down, they could really cut into this lead, which is 11 right now. They need to knock down a couple shots.
4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Boy, I wish we had a replay monitor on the floor there, because that was an impressive pass by Hopping. And, of course, the dunk there. Scramble for the ball here as Ross picks it back up after a near turnover. Ross underneath. Here's Blackwell, puts it up, got it to go, and the foul. They're going to nail Jacob Hopping with a little shove.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. You know, he definitely got him on that. Good defense there and good recognition by St. Joe's. I can tell you one thing, you know, Nick, there's no quit in St. Joe's. Not at all. They're not looking at the scoreboard. They're playing.
And they see double-digit lead, but they climb right back into it. Blackwell for the three-point play. Got it, 44-36. 3:48 to play here in the third quarter. Bit smoother action here in the second half so far. Here's Hopping. Over to White now, right corner.
Don't jinx us.
Over to McGonkle, right wing. Cross-court pass, Hopping, left wing. Thought about a three-oh, drive in, hop step, reverse layup, no good. Ball for grabs, picked away by White. White puts it back up, no good, but he's fouled on the way up. So Wildwood Catholic taking advantage of garbage there.
Yeah, you got to get a good box out on that. You can't give Wildwood Catholic one or two, more than one shot at that basket there.
Foul on Alanis Urbanus.
That looks like 4 on him.
He's got to be careful, but no subs coming on yet for him. White from the line puts it up and did not get it to go. Catholic's lead still at 8.
That's why they were out here shooting foul shots real early in the after halftime. 7 minutes to go, they were back out on the floor.
Urbanus checks out, and Jason Brevard in for St. Joe's. The Wildcats going a bit of small ball here. 3:31 to play, third quarter. White's second free throw is good, 45-36. Blackwell looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Full court press on for Wildwood Catholic. It's got across the timeline. Double teamed is Blackwell. Ball kicked out of bounds by Lopez.
Yeah, they got, once they get trapped there, you got to have somebody come to the middle to receive a pass there. Getting caught on that sideline in the trap is not going to help you at all if you're St. Joe's.
Here's Ross, double team, top of the key now for Brevard. Almost lost it. They wanted a walk. Brevard will drive in the corner now. Ross, right corner three, way off the mark, but he's going to be fouled by Hopping.
And what do they always say? Don't foul a jump shooter. All right? That ball had zero chance of going in.
Ross was way off balance there, and Hopping kind of just ran into him. So he'll get called for another foul. And it looks like Ben Church is going to check it. He's going to check in.
Get 3 shots here. Cut into that lead if he can put them on in.
So an unconventional way to get 3 points here, but Ross will try to convert the free throws. First one is up and good. 45-37. Ben Church going to come in, and Hopping will step out. Some confusion with the substitutions here as Ross has to shoot 2 more free throws here.
Yeah, you got to shoot 2 before they can make a sub.
Second one up and good. 45-39. Ben Church in. Hopping will sit the bench. He's got 3 fouls, and he has been really quiet tonight, Harry. No threes for him tonight.
Now, they're playing him pretty tough, but they're able to get the ball inside to the big guys.
Ross to convert 3 for 3 from the charity stripe on the way. Got the friendly roll. 45-40. 3:11 to play, third quarter. Here's Jaleel White. White guarded by Stafford across the timeline. White to his right gets over to McGonigal. McGonigal now near the top of the key. Left wing for Deshaun Lopez. Underneath for 3. And another foul, and they're going to get it on Malik Bailey.
That is, you can't reach over a guy's shoulder to that. Maybe try to go low. I guess maybe that's his 4th, hopefully.
He's not running out, so I believe that is Bailey's 4th, but he's still in foul trouble.
Yeah.
McGonigal inbounds to White. Nice pass, and he puts it up for 2. How about that? Jaleel White all alone. 47-39.
Bad defense on that inbounds. Terrible defense.
Here's Brevard back over to Stafford, and they'll play catch. Underneath, Blackwell in the paint. Over to Stafford, left wing. Will dribble back, get it out to Blackwell. Now Brevard near the bench. 2.5 to play, third quarter. St. Joe's down by 8. In the right corner, that's Blackwell for 3. Got it to go. Corey Blackwell cuts the lead down to 5, and a timeout here from Wildwood Catholic. Dave DeWeese is heated.
Like I said, there's no quit in St. Joe's. Insurance consulting services. At your workforce and personal insurance needs continue to change, and with healthcare costs continuing to rise, it is a good practice to annually review your plan design for cost and effectiveness. To ensure you have the plan that best meets your needs, Chris Milan at Insurance Consulting Services will review utilization and claim figures for cost effectiveness and other options. Phone Chris at 856-725-0858. His office is at 375 North Main Street in Williamstown. Your plan deserves a review by Insurance Consulting Services.
So we're coming out of the timeout. 5-point lead for Wildwood Catholic with 2.5 to play here in the third quarter. We had well over 20 fouls in that first half, only 6 in this third quarter.
Don't jinx us, though. Come on, Nick. All right? We don't want anything like that to happen again. That was hard to, call with that many fouls.
McGonigal to inbound to White, but now he'll get it back over to McGonigal. He'll man the point here. Cross timeline, right wing now for White. Back out to McGonigal, top of the key. But there's somewhere to go with it. Underneath here's Taj Sweet. Taj Sweet, hop step, puts one up. Could not get it, gets his own rebound, puts it up again. No good. And a foul on the way up.
You got to get a body on Sweet there. You can't let him take a shot in that lane and then come back in and get his own rebound. You got to get a body on him because he keeps the ball alive, and now he's back at the foul line.
He will shoot 2, and newly into the game is Aiden Flavel for St. Joe's. His first action tonight. Taj Sweet's first free throw is no good.
I don't know what their foul situation is from shooting, but they are poor tonight.
Hopping's back into the ball game. McGonigal will take a seat. Taj Sweet 0 of 1 on this trip. See if he can convert this one. On the way, got the roll. 48-42. 2:05 to play third quarter. Here is Brevard. Full court press on from the Crusaders. Long pass finds Stafford. Underneath, here's Flavel. Flavel puts one up and could not get it to go. Rebound, Thweet. Thweet, long pass, looking for White. Could not corral it, and he eventually gets it now in the corner. Double team, gets over to Hopping, right wing. They'll reset here. Jacob Hopping, driving. Back out to Lopez. They'll call out the signals here. Lopez over to White now. Looking for an opening. Hopping, right wing. Now White again near the top of the key. White calling out the plays. Gets over to Lopez near the bench. 1:25 to play third quarter. Crusaders up by 6. Lopez, double team. Long pass, finds Thweet all alone. Thweet puts one up off the glass. Got it to go. 50-42 is your score.
I don't know how they got that pass in there, but they did.
Impressive job by Lopez. Cross-court pass, here's Brevard. Now back at the Blackwell. Blackwell will drive, put one up off the glass. Got it to go. 50-44 now as St. Joe's cuts the lead back down to 6. Lopez will walk it up the floor under a minute to play third quarter. Lopez over to White. Back out to Lopez near the half-court line. Lopez double team. Gets over to Hopping, left wing. Now left corner for Taj Thweet for 3. No good. Rebound there by Stafford. Now here comes Marcellus Ross all alone. Lays it up and got it to go. 50-46. St. Joe's back within 4. Lopez now with the ball. He'll walk it up the floor. Wildcats back into the game. Here's Hopping now. Hopping takes himself into the paint. Nice little pass underneath to Thweet, and he just got the finger roll there. 52-46. Stafford jukes a man now. Here comes Stafford all alone in the paint. Gets it out to Brevard, left wing. Brevard, off balance 3. Way off the mark. Rebound there. Thweet. 6 seconds to play now, third quarter. Over to Lopez. Across the timeline. Splits the double team, but we got a foul. Let's see who they're going to nab here. They'll either get Brevard or Stafford. McGonigal will check back in. Church will take a seat.
Looks like they got Brevard on that.
Ian Brown looking to check back into the game for the first time in a while as well. Nobody's in the bonus yet, but that's the 6th foul, and that foul is officially on Brevard. They're not in the bonus yet, but as I mentioned, St. Joe's 6 fouls, 1 more, and Wildwood Catholic will go to the bonus. 2.9 to play, third quarter. McGonigal to inbound, over to White. White at the buzzer, wants a 3, no good. So at the end of 3, it is 52-46. Wildwood Catholic still on top. As
you would never know, what transpired in the first half. Give St. Joe's credit for not quitting, and Paul Rodio's got his kids ready to play.
52-46 your score. Hopping to inbound at the start of the fourth quarter for Wildwood Catholic. Finds McGonigal. Ian Brown guarding him tightly. Catholic going left to right. Nick Costco alongside Harry Sachs, bringing you tonight's contest. Underneath, here's Taj Thweet. Thweet bounce, and we're going to get a jump ball. Rule in favor of St. Joe's as good defense played there by Malik Bailey. This will be Blackwell taking up the floor right to left for St. Joe's. Over to Urbanis. Urbanis takes it himself. No good. And corralled by Ross. Somehow puts it off the glass and got the friendly roll. 52-48. St. Joe's back within 4. And we got a whistle on the floor.
I'll tell you, boy, this game is far from over.
I believe there's just an official timeout to get things reset there, as there's no foul nor official timeout taken. That was a official's timeout, with the referee. Here's White now, back over to Hopping. Hopping to McGonigal near the top of the key. Guarded tightly by Brown. McGonigal in the corner for White. Drives baseline. Lays one up. No good. Blocked away. Bailey comes up with the ball. And another jump ball. Or we're going to get a foul.
No, it's going to be a foul.
We're going to get Dave Zarfati for Wildwood Catholic on that foul. That's only the 3rd of the half for the Crusaders.
A lot better rebounding position there for St. Joe's on that. Not allowing Wildwood Catholic to get a second look at the basket underneath.
Definitely helps out that Bailey is back in the game. Here's Ian Brown now taking up the floor for St. Joe's. Along the right side. Looking for somewhere to go across the timeline. Now it's Bailey, top of the key. Over to Blackwell now. Blackwell moving around, top of the key. He'll drive himself, kicks it back out to Urbanis. Urbanis driving into the paint. Thought he walked there, but he'll lay it up off the glass, and in he goes.
It's called the Euro step.
Beautifully done by Urbanis. It's down to a 2-point lead for Wildwood Catholic, 52-50. Under 7 to play in the ball game. Here's Hopping. Underneath to McGonigal. McGonigal lays one up. Alley-oop attempt. No good as Tosh tried to slam it down. And now McGonigal hits the deck. No foul called. Picked away by Blackwell. Now it's Ross. Spin move guarded by Hopping. Ross coming the other way. Lays it up. No good, but a foul.
Yep. Good take there by Ross. If he didn't make it, he knows he's going to the line.
Zarfati called for another foul. As Ross will shoot 2 from the line. Has a chance to tie the ball game. St. Joe's hasn't even tied the game tonight.
Nope. I'll tell you what, they are fighting and clawing out there. And you see on that one, that missed dunk drives the coach crazy.
Ross from the free throw line. First one on the way. Got it. 52-51. With 6:25 to play in the ball game. Here's Ross for his second. On the way. Got it. We are tied. Under 6.5 to play in the ball game. White take up the floor. Full court press on. Here's McGonigal now. McGonigal double team. Looking for someone to go. Finds Thweet. Thweet lost the ball. Gets over to White. White fouled on the way up.
Jump ball. Jump ball.
Wow.
I'll tell you what. Bailey got all ball on that.
Beg your pardon on that. Bailey nearly fell out of the game, but as you mentioned, Harry, got all ball there. That's what they'll rule it, a block.
Hey, he's playing. What are you? You're not gonna quit.
Here's Hopping. Catholic still with the ball. Hopping double team, kicks it back out to White. Almost lost it. Now back over to Hopping right wing. Thought about a 3. Back out to White, top of the key. Over to Lopez left wing. Lopez cross court pass. Hopping for 3 from the right wing. Got it and the foul. Jacob Hopping finally breaks through. It's 55-52.
I'll tell you, they really needed that bad because St. Joe's was just coming at them, had them tied there. Now you got a chance for a 4-point play. Hopping may have been quiet for most of the night, but he came through big, on that shot.
His first 3 ball of the night, and it comes with a foul. It was all Cotton for the 4-point play, under 6 to play here in the ball game. Free throw on the way. Got it. 56-52. Here's Blackwell now for St. Joe's. Cross-court pass has Ian Brown. They'll play catch. Here's Ross now, right wing. Drives it himself along the baseline. Kicks it back out. Brown blocked away by Jaleel White. That ball will trickle out of bounds at the whistle. And St. Joe's will keep the ball. But how about Jaleel White?
Jaleel White, I'll tell you what. He's got to watch it here. He's got to keep his mouth. The crowd's getting to him, and he's talking back to the crowd. Can't do that. Keep your head in the game, young man.
White picks off the pass, gets over to Lopez. Lopez the other way, blocked away by Blackwell. 3, the putback, no good. Now White, jump ball, no, we're going to get a foul on the floor. And this should be a 1-and-1 now. And they're going to get Blackwell with the foul, so Jaleel White will shoot 1-and-1.
That's a tough call. That's a real tough call there. They were both going up on that. That's one you could have let go in a game like this, but they called it, and that's it.
Had a rowdy audience here in the Wildcat Gymnasium.
And what you don't like to see is you don't like to see the players talking to the crowd, Just tune them out. You got a ball game here. Play within the lines and don't mouth off to any fans, no matter what they're saying.
Lopez checks out for Catholic as Ben Church comes back in. White to the line for shoot 1-and-1. On the way, no good. Rebound Ross.
Their foul shooting has been really bad tonight.
Still a 4-point game. Ross takes it himself, puts one up, and no good. But a foul on the floor. We'll see who they'll rule this against.
Number 2.
They're going to get that. No, that's going to be 2 foul shots. It was in the act of shooting.
Okay, I'm wondering. He didn't give a number who it's on.
Might have been on Hopping. He looked upset on the call. Now Ross for girls will go to the line for 2 here. First one on the way, got it. 56-53. 5.5 to play in the ball game.
He's money at the line, I can tell you that. He's money, and I'll tell you what, they're keeping them in the game where Wildwood Catholic has missed a lot of foul shots, or else they'd have a little more of a lead than they have right now.
Next one on the way, also good. Back down to a 2-point lead, 56-54. Full court press on. Here's McGonigal. Finds Church all alone, but he'll kick it back out to McGonigal. McGonigal over to White. He's near the top of the key. Fakes the handoff to Hopping. Now has to go somewhere else. Finds McGonigal. Now it's Jacob Hopping. Driving himself off the glass. No good. Put back by Thweet. No good. Ball up for grabs, and it is picked up. No, it's still loose. Picked up away by Thweet. Somehow puts it up. No good. Rebound, Keyshawn Griffin. And now here's Ross. Ross the other way. Spin move. Puts one up. No good. Guys on rebound somehow, puts it back up. Ball knocked away, and it's picked away by White. White lost the ball himself. Collision on the floor between him and Blackwell.
Looks like White fouled him. Let's see what the call is here. Yep. And after he lost that ball, he tried to get it back, ran right over him.
So look at Jaleel with the foul, and St. Joe's takes over again. 56-54 is your score. The Wildcats have the ball with 4:50 to play in the ball game. Got a tight one here. St. Joe's has not led the entire night. They've only tied it up once. Here's Blackwell trying to get a screen from Bailey. In the corner for Brown. Fakes underneath to Bailey. Loose ball picked up by Ross. Ross spins, puts one up off the glass. No good. Rebound there, McGonigal. McGonigal back the other way. Stops, turns, gives it over to Hopping in the right corner now for White. 4.5 to play in the ball game. Here's Jaleel White. He'll dribble it back out, get it over to McGonigal. McGonigal guarded by Ross. Over to Church in the left corner. Church underneath. Here's Taj Sweet, double team. Back at the Church. Fake the 3, put it out to McGonigal. And I'll tell you what, Church had a wide open 3 there, but he passed it off. Here's Jaleel White driving himself. Kicks it back out to McGonigal. McGonigal out to Hopping. Right wing 3, wants it. Yes, sir! Jacob Hopping puts Wildwood Catholic up by 5.
Coming through when they need him. Real quiet most of the game.
That's 2 threes in the quarter for Jacob Hopping. He's been quiet all night till now. Blackwell with St. Joe's down by 5. Underneath, Griffin in the paint. Out to Brown. Brown dribbles to his left, puts one up. No good. Ball kicked out and corralled by Blackwell. Wildcats still with the ball, 3:40 to play. Blackwell around the screen, drives into the paint. Underneath to Brown, puts one up. Got it. 59-56. Catholic's lead cut back down to 3. Here's McGonigal, guarded by Brown, and trying to cross the timeline, looking for somewhere to go. Finds Hopping, almost lost the ball. Had to save it, otherwise there would have been a backcourt violation. Here's McGonigal underneath. Now White. And look to try to slow things down. That's a great save by Jacob Hopping. White driving himself, puts one up. No good, but waved the basket off.
Yeah, it's on number 11.
They're going to get Blackwell another foul. And because Wildwood Catholic's in the bonus, White will shoot the 1-and-1 as Stafford checks in for Blackwell.
This has been a sore spot, though, for Wildwood Catholic, the foul line. I don't think they've shot anywhere near 50%.
Ben Church will check out. Deshaun Lopez back in. Here's Jaleel White from the charity stripe. The 1-and-1. Puts it up, got it.
Big shots now. Now's when you got to make them at that foul line.
60-56. Catholic out in front. 3:13 to play in the ball game. Here's White second. Got it to go. 61-56. Catholic back up by 5. Here's Ian Brown up the left side. Haven't crossed the timeline yet. Here's Stafford now. Back over to Brown, left wing. Over to Stafford now. Stafford directing traffic. Back over to Brown, left wing. They're playing catch. Stafford again, guarded by White. Over to Brown. Brown trying to get around a screen. He'll dribble it out. Over to Ross now. He's near the top of the key, guarded by Hopping. Trying to get a screen. Ross, right wing, in the right corner now. This is Stafford. Stafford dribbling around, back out to Griffin. Over to Brown, left side. Brown drives baseline, puts it up, no good. Loose ball, and it is picked away by McGonigal, and White comes back up the floor. White taking himself, drives, puts one up, no good, as Ross gets the rebound. Ross taking himself, loose ball, picks it back up. Ross over to Bailey. Bailey dribbles once, lost the ball out of bounds.
Oh.
As it was poked away, but St. Joe's will keep the ball here.
Yeah, I thought maybe they got him on that, but they didn't get a call. But St. Joe's retains possession here. See if they can cut into it again, down by 5.
2:23 to play in the ball game. St. Joe's trails by 5. They were down by as much as 12 at points in this game. Brown to inbound. Looking for somewhere to go. Over to Griffin, back out to Brown. Brown, right corner 3, he wants it, and it is in and out, no good. Rebound Bailey, puts it up, and the foul. Did not get it to go, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Boy, that 3 was in and out there. Nice inbounds play there, called by Paul Rodeo Jr. there to get the open look for the 3, but they just couldn't cash in on it.
So Bailey to the line. We'll have to check the foul total now for everybody. Bailey to shoot 2. On the way, got it. 61-57.
Not to be redundant, but no quit in St. Joe's. Doesn't matter. Get a lead, they come right back.
This free throw can make it a one-possession game. It's on the way, got it. 61-58 and a timeout on the floor from Dave DeWeese. They'll go to the backcourt for Stafford. Down to 7. Now 6. Here is Stafford taking himself. 5 seconds. Now 4. Down to 3. Stafford drives. Lost the ball. We're going to overtime. I'm not sure what that was, Harry, but looks like St. Joe's had...
Greatest basketball players at St. Joseph High School. Phone John B. Ordilli at 856-692-6600 when you need fresh produce.
All right, here we go for overtime between Wildwood Catholic and St. Joe's. Nick Costco alongside Harry Sachs. Opening tip, the tip won by Hopping and Wildwood Catholic. 4-minute period of overtime here. Tied at 63. St. Joe's had one brief lead by 2 points. Here's Hopping, over to 3, top of the key. Now White, right wing. White, underneath the Thweet. Thweet puts one up, no good, but he's fouled.
Yeah, that wasn't a great foul because he was a little bit, out of position underneath on the basket there. He wouldn't have made that shot. But now we'll see how he does at the foul line, where they've struggled all night long.
They'll get Keyshawn Griffin for that foul. And St. Joe's wants to know if it's going to be a 1-on-1 situation. But I wouldn't think so either. There's 11 fouls anyway.
Yeah, you aren't even supposed to put them up after the 10th. Just let it roll.
And I'm pretty sure Thweet was fouled on the way up anyway, so he should be shooting 2 here.
Yeah, I don't think
3:37 to play in overtime. We're tied at 63. Thweet is waiting to take his free throws as there's some discussion between Paul Rodeo and the official on the St. Joe's bench.
I think that's it for him. That must be 5.
So Keyshawn Griffin fouls out of the ballgame. That's what they were discussing. And back in the game is Aiden Flavel.
That's tough. You got 2 of your biggest guys over there on the bench.
Flavel, I beg your pardon. And Taj Thweet thought it was a 1-and-1, so he rushed the hoop after missing the first free throw. They won't get any whistles or violations on him.
Yeah.
So he just jumped the gun a little bit there.
Somebody needs to block him out, though, even when he comes down there.
And he's certainly aggressive. Second free throw on the way. Got the roll. So Catholic back up by a point, 64-63. Here's Stafford up the floor. Now to Brown left side. Self across the timeline. Stafford getting around right side. Stafford over to Brown left wing. Now Pavard in the corner. Back out to Stafford. Stafford driving in, puts one up in the paint, and it is rebounded there by Flavel. Flavel cannot get it to go. Rebounded there by Thweet.
Had a nice chance there, Lavelle. Just, missed it, put back underneath.
Here's Jaleel White, right wing, driving into the paint himself. Kicks it back out. Lopez driving into the paint. Fakes. Kicks it back out to McGonigal. He had a look. Didn't like it himself, though. Here's McGonigal now. Over to Hopping, left wing, guarded by Ross. Hopping over to White. He's near the top of the key, looking for someone to go. Nice bounce pass to McGonigal. Lays one up and got it to go. Nice job there by Jacob McGonigal. It's a 66-63 lead for Wildwood Catholic.
Got plenty of time. No, you don't have to get over-aggressive here.
Brevard in the corner for Stafford. Stafford, cross-court pass to Brown. Back out to Ross. Ross in the corner, got it poked away by Lopez. Here's White now for Catholic. 2.5 to play in overtime.
Yeah, they want to hold it right now.
And try to drain some clock here in a one-possession game. Here's McGonigal. Guarded by Brown. We're going to get a foul on Ian Brown.
Yeah, tough call at this juncture in the game, there. Now he's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Trying to be a little bit over-aggressive there.
For Ian Brown. I believe that's his 3rd foul of the ball game. McGonigal from the line. First free throw is no good. Just one can make it a 2-possession game.
These are key down the line there. That's why you practice them every day when you're really tired.
Second one on the way. Got it. 67-63. Catholic up by 4. 2:20 to play. Here's Stafford up the floor. Trying to get by White. He does. Over to Brevard now. Left side of the floor. Brevard trying to direct some traffic here. Cross-court pass finds Stafford, and they'll play catch here. Stafford again driving on right wing, and he found nobody. Poked away by Lopez. Finds White on the outlet pass, gets it back over to Thweet. Thweet puts one up off the glass, and in it goes. 69-63 is your score. Catholic up by 6 and a timeout from St. Joe's. During this break, I want to remind you that RE/MAX Community in Williamstown has decades of real estate experience in the South Jersey area. Ricky Moriel and a staff of agents and associates make your real estate needs a success. Technology and personal service have made the RE/MAX Community of Williamstown the top producing group in the region. Be sure to visit RE/MAX Community at 100 North Black Horse Pike in Williamstown or call Ricky at 609-352-9476 for any of your real estate needs. And also, Wildwood Catholic grad Ed Whalen of Whalen's Auto Repair and Tires wishes the Crusaders a successful season. Make sure to visit Whalen's behind Patty's Party World in Cape May Courthouse.
Well, they got their work cut out for them, right now. St. Joe's does. They need a bucket here. 3 would be really nice.
Made a buzzer sound prematurely. So St. Joe's will do the inbound once more. And we are going to get a substitution on possibly for St. Joe's.
No, you're not going to.
Ymir Diggs is going to have to wait now. The 5'6" freshman was going to check in for the first time today, but he'll have to stay over on the bench for now. Here's Brevard, left wing, guarded by McGonigal. Brevard, now to Brown. Cross-court pass finds Stafford. Stafford almost had it poked away by Hopping. Stafford gets the ball back from Ross. Here is Brown. Trying to get a screen. Over to Stafford, top of the key. Stafford steps back, gets over to Brown. Brown backs up, lost the ball. Did he travel? No, they're going to get a foul on McGonigal.
Wow, tough call there. Tough call there. He got him on the hand a little bit, and they've been calling the game tight, so you really can't complain.
That they
it's
have.
been both ways.
So Aiden Flavel will check out for St. Joe's, and in comes the 5'6" freshman, Ymir Diggs, getting his first action of the night. How about this? And with Malik Bailey fouled out of the game, as well as Keyshawn Griffin, if you're St. Joe's, you're going to have to empty the bench, get some fresh legs in there, try to get a spark, as they are down by 6, but Ian Brown will go to the line and shoot the 1-and-1. So Wildwood Catholic has 9 fouls.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for Jake McConnell.
McGonagall does foul of the game. They wanted to make sure their calculations were right. McGonagall to the bench. Ben Church in. Brown's first free throw is good. 69-64. He'll shoot another.
It's the way you get back in the game. No time going off the clock, and you're making your foul shots.
1:26 to play. Brown second. Off the front iron, no good. White the rebound. White up the floor, trying to take it himself into the paint. Lays one up, but he's fouled. And they're going to get Brevard on that one. So White will go to the line and shoot 2 with 1:22 to play.
Yeah, not much of a choice on that one because he would have went all the way and slammed it down. So, good foul by Brevard. And like I said, they haven't been shooting them so great tonight. We'll see what we get here.
First round on the way for White. Got it. 70-64. Wildwood Catholic up by 6 now. They have outscored St. Joe's 7-1 in this overtime period. Here is White second. And got the friendly roll. How about that? A couple bounces. 71-64. 7-point lead for the Crusaders. Ross now. They got to take it up the floor and cross the timeline.
Yeah.
He's looking for somewhere to go. Finds Brevard, left wing. Brevard in the corner for Stafford. Wants the three-pointer. Yes! 71-67. St. Joe's cuts the lead back down to 4 and a timeout on the floor. During this break, as we want to remind you, insurance consulting services as your workforce and personal insurance needs continue to change, and with healthcare costs continuing to rise, it is good practice to annually review your plan designed for cost and effectiveness. To ensure you have the plan that best meets your needs, Chris Milan at Insurance Consulting Services will review utilization and claim figures for cost effectiveness and offer options. Phone Chris at 856-725-0858. His office is at 375 North Main Street in Williamstown. Your plan deserves a review by Insurance Consulting Services. Harry, we've had a ridiculous affair tonight. First, we have all the fouls in the first half.
Wow.
At this point, we have 1:03 to play. Catholic can drain the clock with some creative passing, so Brown will get called for the foul, and White will go to the line and shoot 2. So here's your foul game now. And St. Joe's going to have to get really creative to try to force some missed free throws, but White has been pretty good from the line so far tonight and nails another one. 72-67.
Fouling the wrong guy.
A 5-point lead for Catholic. 1:03 to play in the ball game here in overtime. White second is good. 6-point lead again.
Gives him 27 for the night.
Here's Ross up the floor, take it himself. Get over to Brown. Brown fakes, gets over to Stafford. Stafford gets around Thweet. Lays one up off the glass. Got it to go. 73-69. Lopez has to inbound. Gets over to Hopping. And Hopping avoids the foul, but then now they call a late whistle. I'm not even sure there was a foul there. There was no contact.
Well, I'll tell you, we're way high up here. We can see a lot better than them. There was no foul there at all. But, maybe he wanted to, do that. But not from where we're sitting.
Well, they will call a foul on the floor, and it'll be Hopping to the line for 2. The Crusaders up by 4. Yes. 74-69 is your score with 47.9 to play in overtime. Wildwood Catholic coming in 11-1, St. Joe's 9-1. Second one on the way, got it.
That gives him 18 for the night.
Here's Brevard, up the floor himself, lays one up, no good. Ball up for grabs, and Ross got it, but he stepped out of bounds. So Catholic will keep the ball.
Tough one there because he went up really hard, got the rebound, just stepped on the end line.
White to inbound, finds Hopping. Hopping will take it up the floor. St. Joe's has not fouled yet. Here's Church. Church spins, but he's fouled. And they might get Ymir Diggs, the young freshman, with that foul.
Yeah, it doesn't much matter right now.
And
time is definitely not on their side. St. Joe's.
We fouled the right guy. The guys that have been automatic from the line have been White and Hopping. We'll see if Ben Church can convert from the line as he shoots 2 with Catholic up by 6.
Scoreless for the night.
First one's good.
Well, he can shoot fouls though.
7-point lead for Wildwood Catholic with 33 seconds to play in overtime. Looking to put this game on ice. Church to shoot one more. Taking his time at the line. He sets. Puts it up. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound, Ross. Ross will sprint up the floor himself. Ross taking it himself. Lays one up. Got it. 76-71. Lopez finds Church all alone. Here comes Church back the other way. Lost it, but he is fouled. And Diggs doesn't like the call. He thought he had all ball.
Yeah. That was a tough call. That was a tough call because he came from behind him. Looks like he slapped all ball, but the ref didn't agree with him. So now we got Church back at the line. He's got a couple of shots before, 1 out of 2. Let's see what he can do here.
And Catholic's up by 5 with 21 seconds remaining in overtime. First one on the way, got it. 77-71. Church for his second, trying again. Wildwood Catholic trying to put the game on ice, but Marcellus Ross for St. Joe's trying to go against that logic. Second one is good, 78-71. Back to a 7-point lead. Here's Brevard. Over to Stafford now. Under 20 to play in overtime. Stafford will take it himself. Drive into the lane. Lay one up. Got it. 78-73. Back to a 5-point lead. Clock continues to tick. Here's Hopping. Hopping. Ball poked away by Diggs. Out of bounds it goes with 7 seconds left. And that might do it, as Catholic will keep the ball here, and we'll see if St. Joe's will foul.
Yeah, kind of just running out of time.
White will inbound it. If they can get somebody free, Catholic can end the game. Long pass for Hopping. Got it across the timeline, and Hopping will dribble into the corner, and that's going to do it. It took overtime and a classic here at the Wildcat Gymnasium, but how about Wildwood?